Hey everybody, so I'm Lily. This is only my second YouTube video, and I already tried to previously record it, but something happened and I don't know what it is and it got deleted. So this is me re-recording it. The first one was a little bit more like raw because, it was just coming out of my mouth. And so this one might be, I had to put some notes down for this one so that I could not forget anything. So I just wanted to talk about my TTC journey, so trying to conceive, all of the losses I've had, the struggles we've had. It's been almost 3 years, so 2 years and 8 months of trying to conceive a baby. So first I would want to start with my age, my fiance's age, how long we've been together. I am 22, he is 24, and we've been together for 6 years, so since 2014. And so we started to try and conceive the summer after I graduated, and I was 19 at the time, he was 21, and we decided to start trying to have a baby because of the fact that we were in such a great place with each other and we loved each other. We knew we wanted to start a family, and I know we were young, but it's okay, especially when you're financially and emotionally ready. And honestly, it was a good thing that we started so soon because it has been such a struggle. So with that, I sort of had to start off with this whole journey teaching myself everything that I needed to know to try and have a baby. So I had to learn my body. I had to teach myself about ovulation and eating healthier, getting more fit, just everything you need to have a baby that is happy and healthy. And I started taking prenatals, and I hadn't been on birth control since I was 17, so it had already been about 2 years since I was on birth control, so that wasn't really gonna prevent anything. So after finding out more about my body, which it actually took a while, it's not like I was just I know everything that I need to know about my body, and I found more details about ovulation, and so after learning that, I'm still learning. I have a lot more to learn about it, but yeah, so the month that we started trying, my periods actually started acting up, which is weird. So I started my period around the time I was 12, I think, 12 or 14, I'm not sure. And they were pretty regular. I even had a period app for it, but for some reason, when we started trying, the month we started trying, I don't know if it was from stress or just changing my eating habits, and after I graduated, I did start gaining some more weight. So it could have been a few things on why my period started acting up. So they became very irregular, between 30 to 60-ish day cycles, which is very long, meaning I was probably skipping a month, not ovulating. And so after we started trying, and that became a thing, and I was like, well, what the heck, I was hoping this would be an easier process, not having to struggle and everything. I think that's how a lot of people go into it, hoping that, or not really thinking that they would be the one to struggle with infertility. So after I taught myself and everything, and it had been a few months of trying, so we started trying in June of 2017, and I got pregnant for the first time November of 2018. and it ended in a miscarriage. I was about 5.5 weeks when I found out, and the same day that I found out is also the same day I started bleeding, and I was really happy. So like before I started bleeding, and I had already called my mom and my best friend and my sister, and I told them that I was pregnant, because I was just so happy. Like, that's what the first thing you want to do when you get pregnant is talk to your loved ones. And so after I called them, I went to the bathroom, and it was like 4 hours later after finding out, and I was spotting, and not even spotting, I was bleeding. And so I called the doctors, and I was like, hey, I'm pregnant, but I started spotting. And they just told me to wait a couple days, and if I'm still bleeding or if the bleeding gets heavier and I'm experiencing cramping, to call them, and I could get some labs done and they would check me. And so I actually got really bad cramping, a lot of bleeding, so I called them and I went in the same day, and they checked me and they said that my cervix was a little bit open, meaning that I was having a possible miscarriage, so to just go home and relax. But I think my HCG levels were about like 111, I think is what they told me. And they're like, okay, and we'll have you come back in about a week. So I went back, and the HCG levels were just like non-existent, and I was getting negative pregnancy tests. So that was really hard because I didn't expect to have a miscarriage, going through that. And I was 20, I think about to turn 21, when I had the miscarriage. So that was pretty tough. I didn't really have to deal with it by myself, but Michael didn't really know how to emotionally support me, and he didn't really know what I was going through physically. Maybe emotionally, I think he did. So we didn't stop trying. We didn't like take a break or anything. We just continued trying because we didn't want to waste any time. And I think 2019 was probably the hardest year ever for me, because I experienced something so emotionally draining for somebody to go through. You want a family with somebody, and you get happy and you hope that this all turns out great, and then you lose the one thing you've been wanting for years. And so yeah, it was a really hard year. And then after that happened, I started to eat more. I started to eat healthier, and I started to walk more, and sort of hopefully just control my hormones. And my periods did start getting more regular. They would still count as irregular, but they were between like 32 to 40 something day cycles. They would always just, they were everywhere. And then I got pregnant again, November 2019, so a few months ago, and I ended up miscarrying that baby as well at almost 8 weeks pregnant. That was even harder than my first miscarriage because, I had a little bit of time to just enjoy being pregnant. But the thing is that around like 6.5 weeks, the line never got darker, but I never tested any more than that. And then I started bleeding again, and so I was like, oh no, like this is gonna end in another miscarriage. I'm gonna lose another baby. And so I called the doctors and I was like, hey, I had a miscarriage already and I think I'm gonna have another one. So they had me come in, and they gave me an ultrasound, and they're like, yes, you were pregnant, but I'm sorry you did lose your baby. And that was pretty tough. Like, of course it's tough. Like, nobody wants to lose their baby, especially when you've been trying for so long. And So yeah, that was really hard. I don't even know what to say. Like, thinking about it, it's really scary to think that I'm probably going to be dealing with that for a while longer. And then in February, I experienced another loss. But it was very, very early. It was a chemical pregnancy, but a self-diagnosed chemical pregnancy, so I didn't go to the doctors for it. So I started testing at 7 DPO, and I actually got a positive, and I was like, whoa, I did not expect that, you know? Like, I just wanted to watch the line progression, and so I got a positive, and then the next day I got a little bit of a stronger positive, but then the next day it was gone. Like, I no longer had a positive pregnancy test. And I was like, oh, I was really hoping. That one, I was hoping that it would stick, but I was sort of expecting it not to. Like, I was going in aware that I could lose the baby already. And I did, which sucked. But yeah, so I've had 3 losses, 2 medically diagnosed and then 1 self-diagnosed. But you know, I keep trying to do things to help myself, like my body, be able to carry a baby. And some of that is, so I started taking new prenatal vitamins about 4 months ago. I'm taking the Spring Valley prenatal vitamins. I actually really like these. They taste really good. I recommend them. And then me and my fiance Michael, we have both been taking maca root because we heard that it helps with your hormonal balance, and you know, a lot of people swear by this when trying to conceive, especially ones that struggle with it. So we've been taking that. This is only our 2nd month taking it. So we're really hoping that that will help. And oh yes, we have also been using pre-seed. I'm not gonna grab that out because I'm sure a lot of people who are trying to conceive know what that is. And if you don't, it is a pregnancy safe lubricant. So it helps the sperm instead of prevents them. And a lot of people don't know this, but like, not all lubricants are sperm safe, pregnancy safe, whatever you want to say. So we got that. We've only used it this last month, so we've done a couple things different. We didn't get pregnant though. And then I take, for my OPKs, and that's ovulation prediction kit, I take the Clinical Guard ovulation urine test strips. They work pretty well for me. My periods have become more regular, and you know, I think these help me a lot with not stressing out about my periods, because you know, I don't know when I ovulate. I just go off of an app, and these have been helping me. So my periods are now around 28 to 34 day cycles, which is a lot better than what they used to be. So yeah, I take those, and then when it's time to test to see if I have a baby in me or not, I also use the Clinical Guard pregnancy urine strip test strips, whatever. I think I do recommend these because I have gotten positives on these pretty early every single time I've gotten pregnant. So I highly recommend these. Some people may say no, and they do show evap lines, so don't look at them longer than recommended time. Yeah, so that is everything I use to help conceive a baby. And yes, I am looking forward to posting more videos about this process and this journey, and you know, I will probably do another story time. I don't know what about. It might be about pregnancy, and it might just be about my life or my animals. So yes, whoever has watched this, I really appreciate it. and I would like you to like, subscribe, you know, all those YouTuber things, and I will hopefully see you later. Thank you for watching.